All right, we are live and we are a half an hour late. And there's a story behind that. We actually did the whole broadcast and we had a technical error and we weren't live. So, anyway, my apologies for being half an hour late. We're going to run through this. Anyway, welcome to Real Estate Rockstar Partnership Live. And we are helping realtors scale and build freedom. And we are having a lot of fun in the process while doing it, even when we are messing up and thinking we're live and broadcasting to a camera going nowhere. So anyway, you want to tell everybody, I'm your host. My name is Phil Barneo. I'm here with my beautiful wife.
Hey, I'm Heather.
We just want to thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recording. We are excited. We have a cool message for you today that we hope is going to help you have a seriously kick-ass 2022 and scale your real estate business to a higher level. So what are we going to talk to them about? How to explode their real estate business in 2022, okay? And not doing what we're about to talk to you will definitely hold you back without a shadow of a doubt. I did a lot of thinking. I was like, hey, what's something that if I wasn't doing, what's the thing that I always need to work on that allows me to grow and to scale? And this was it. So do you want to let people know what we're going to talk about today?
Sure. Yeah, so today's topic, we're going to discuss the number one important thing in 2022, and that is to treat your business like a business.
Yes, and before you say, oh, no, I know all about that. I do treat my business. Let me tell you something. I need to treat my business like a business, okay? I don't care if you're making over 7 figures. Anybody in business needs to treat their business like a business, because every level you get to, you need to figure out how to treat your business like a higher level of business, because you ain't been there, right? So you've got to level up the level of business that you do. And so in order to do that, we've got to be able to treat our business like that higher level of business that we're aspiring to level up to. Okay. So this message is going to be good because we're gonna hit, and it doesn't matter, like we were talking about this earlier, right? It doesn't matter whether you're brand new in the business or you're trying to, get past the 6-figure mark, or you're trying to scale past the 7-figure mark. It doesn't matter. This topic, applies to all of us, treating our business like a business. And so one of the things that, I kind of bugs me out is, I think that, let's stick with what we were talking about earlier for a minute, the gratitude thing, right? So one of the things that this is kind of applies to newer agents for a minute here, but I think it also, I won't even say that, it applies to anybody who's lacking it. We're gonna continue in the holiday spirit of gratitude, and we're going to talk about how real estate agents have a remarkable opportunity in front of them, and how I think many people who are not grateful for what they have as a real estate agent, I think that is holding a lot of people back, even if you are a high earner, because it gets so easy to get stale and to be like, oh, you know what, I'm already making a couple hundred or a few $100,000 a year or whatever the case may be, and you're stuck and you're in this plateau, and you're just like, it can get very easy, right? And so I always try to remind myself to live every day in my life, just being grateful. And especially with business, what we have as a real estate agent, we have the opportunity to build a business with a remarkably low startup cost, remarkably low overhead to get started. And we have the capacity to take that business and level it up into a 6-figure business, to a 7-figure business, even into an 8-figure business. And that's remarkable. I've cut my teeth in traditional business where I have, you have a lot higher startup costs, you have a lot higher overhead and stuff. And that is draining and it's tough. You can lose your shirt in traditional business quick. And, it's a high risk, high reward type of thing. You can also make a lot of money in traditional business, but the opportunity that we have right here in real estate, especially if you're new for a minute, like think about this. If you're a brand new agent, man, you have such a good opportunity in front of you. Or if you're, you're in the beginning level, you've only been in real estate for a year, or two, man, you've got to appreciate and have that gratitude to wake up every day and go, hey, I am so thankful for this opportunity, because there's a lot of things that happen when you do that. When you do that, you end up making the calls that you don't want to make. you end up, working the longer hours that maybe, you don't want to make. And so being grateful is a huge ingredient to treating your business like a business. If you're not grateful for your business, it's going to be hard to scale it and to level it up.
Sure.
Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think gratefulness is definitely a factor, but also just, I think the word is probably awareness. Like you don't really know. It's like the phrase, you don't really know what you had until it's gone,
Yeah.
or you don't really appreciate what's there until you realize what might not be there. I don't think it's necessarily always just gratitude, maybe just the wherewithal of knowing like, hey, I have this fantastic opportunity that I should be taking advantage of.
Yeah. And, like we were talking about with the stat with immigrants that come to our country, and they treat it like a gift, right? They appreciate it. They're grateful of the opportunity to have. The stats of the amount of, I think the percentage of, self-made millionaires in the U.S. I don't know what the current stat is. I remember I looked up a long time ago, and it was remarkably high. How many immigrants were self-made millionaires, compared to natural-born, native-born U.S. people? And when you look at that, it's like it's obvious that there's something causing that, right?
Sure.
Well, what is it? It's that they appreciate the opportunity that they have in front of them. They're treating their business like a business. They're working longer hours. They're doing whatever they have to do to ensure their success because they appreciate the gift of the opportunity to operate and run a business in free enterprise and to be a part of our economy where you can come in here and become a rags to riches story. So I don't, that's what's exciting about this country and about the real estate opportunity. I don't care who you are, where you are. If you're just getting started out, maybe you're a single mom, maybe you're maybe you're struggling and it doesn't matter wherever you start from. Like you have an opportunity, you have a gift in your hand right now with this opportunity as a real estate agent to be able to earn. You can earn in real estate, a few $100,000 as a solo agent. There's not many opportunities where you can just go do that with low overhead, low startup, right?
Yeah.
Like that is something to be thankful for. And I think that, maybe it's resonating with some of you that are watching. Maybe some of you are like, hey, no, I'm totally thankful. I get it, Phil. Well, then, that's cool. That's awesome. But, I think that everybody would agree that, you do have to be thankful for everything that you have. I'm thankful for my wife right here. Hopefully she's thankful for me. Gratitude, it just flows throughout life. We're talking about the Christmas and the New Year's and the holiday spirit here. So gratitude is something that not only do we want to, implement within our business, but just in everything in our life. Like if I wasn't grateful for my wife, then I would be paying attention to all the little things that she does that might annoy me, right? And hopefully she's not none. And like when you're not grateful for your business or you just kind of like push it off, you don't think about it. Because gratitude is something that you have to choose. You have to work on every day, creating that mindset and heart of gratitude. It doesn't just happen. You have to focus on it, make it happen. And if you don't have that, like all the little things that you're doing in your business right now or that you don't want to do, you're not gonna do. Right? Because it's like I was saying, like if you focus on, you're gonna start focusing on the other things that you don't want to do. So gratitude is really important, and it really sets the tone for having a massively successful 2022. You don't want to go into the new year being ungrateful. You don't want to do that. You want to go into the new year fired up about the fact that you have an opportunity to scale your real estate business to any level that you desire. Any level. Maybe, like I said, maybe you're trying to get past that six-figure mark. Maybe you're already way past that six-figure mark, and you're like, man, I'm stuck making $200,000, $300,000 a year as an agent, and I need to figure out how to level up. And we're going to talk about how to do that in a minute, how to create some leverage in your business. But you're at that point. Well, it doesn't matter. Like, understand that like you have the gratitude to know that you can go past that and even surpass seven figures and even surpass eight figures if you really want to treat your business like a business and turn it into something big, right? So that's what I'm talking about. And scaling is about seeing, higher and bigger than yourself. And you've got to be grateful for the opportunity that we have here to go after that, and especially the opportunity as an agent. So, anything you want to add to that before
well, what I have to say kind of goes with the next topic. So
okay.
I'll hold off.
So we're gonna just to help you quick with the gratitude and to give you a sense of reasons and stuff why I cut my teeth in traditional business. We talked about it a little bit, but let's just set the picture straight, set the record straight, set the whatever you want to call it. Let's set the data in place here. In traditional business versus the opportunity that you have here, you've got crazy startup costs in traditional business. If you're in the hospitality, construction, like whatever you're in, you've got to buy equipment, you've got to buy all these things, crazy high startup costs. You got to put money away because like you got overhead too, and so you just can't be running with no money. Otherwise, if anything happens, you got major problems, right? And then you've got a lot of overhead costs. You've got employees, most likely. You got to worry about paying employees, every single week coming in. You got to have payroll, right? You got all that pressure to make sure you've got payroll money. You've got insurance costs. You've got a building or an office, whatever you're operating out of. You got to pay for all that. And the expenses go on and on and on. And what we have is an opportunity with like very little to be able to come in and earn very good money. And so, was that what you wanted to comment on?
Well, no, but going off of that, I mean, yeah, you can, as a realtor, I mean, really your biggest expense is going to be having a reliable car, right? Whatever dues and fees and dues are associated with your MLS and whatnot. But yeah, I would say like even the startup costs are pretty minimal. And then, on a monthly or yearly basis, you're looking at, a few $100s.
Yeah. And on that note, we have a real estate school that we are going to be sending out information on. That we linked up with. So if anybody is watching, you're probably a realtor. If you're in the Rockstar Partnership Group, if you are a realtor and you're not in the Rockstar Partnership Group, what are you doing? No, just please go to the real estate groups on Facebook, search for Rockstar Partnership, go through it. You can find it on our pages and stuff, and get in the group. And if you are watching this and you're not a real estate agent, hey, maybe you're considering an opportunity like we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Low startup costs, being able to come in. Now, it's not easy. Like nothing in life is easy, but it's easier than what we just talked about, a whole lot easier. I mean, you can make and you can break in. The other cool thing about real estate, because of the low overhead, because of the low startup costs, we have so many people that break in. You did it. Break in part-time. You get started and part-time, and next thing you know, you're a full-time agent and you're making good money. Yeah. So there's awesome opportunity. We'd be happy to to give you information about how to get your license, stuff like that too. But moving on to how to have a blockbuster 2022 by treating your business like a business, so that you can continue to level up to whatever level that you desire to be at by the end of this year. Let's talk about how, if you want to level up, you're going to have to leverage up. What do I mean by that? Well, if you know anything about business, you understand that the only way to get ahead is to use leverage, right? You can only get so far doing everything yourself, right? Because the guy that or the girl that does everything themselves eventually burns out and crashes. Like you can't keep going, doing everything yourself. I mean, you can, but you're going to plateau, right? You're going to hit a wall. There's no way you're going to pass a certain level. The only way you can do it is to utilize the power of leverage. So how can we leverage up in 2022 as a realtor? One of the ways that we can do it, depending on where you are in your business, did you want to comment on that? Or you want me to go with this from there?
One of the ways?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say one of the ways that has helped me, it's always a work in progress, but
we're all works in progress.
Being more organized,
yes.
Definitely saves a lot of time. If every time you start working with a new buyer, you're making a different packet, you're dragging files one by one into your DocuSign or whatever platform it is you use for, digital signature, just make the folder, just do it. You probably tell yourself every time, I'll get to it next time, but just do it. It makes life so much easier.
Nike has a wonderful slogan, right?
Yeah.
Just do it. And when what Heather's saying right here, that's because ultimately the word leverage is about creating us to be able to utilize our time on better use things. So when you leverage through organization, you're freeing your time up because you're not, scrambling around like a lunatic. You're not wasting energy and time trying to figure out things like that. So we could all do a better job of organizing, but 100%. Especially, well, it doesn't matter where you are in your business. Yeah, organization is going to help you save time. It's even going to help the other points of leverage that we're about to get into save time,
Yeah.
right? And on that note, the other way that you can leverage in your business, depending on where you are, maybe you're an agent right now, you're making, maybe a couple $100,000 a year or whatever the case may be, and you're getting to that point where you're like, man, I could really use some help. I'm doing too much. I feel like I'm spread, all over the place. Well, obviously that becomes the time to start considering getting an assistant, something like, like somebody to help you, even if it's a part-time, something like that, to be able to help you get some of that paperwork, some of those things off of your plate. You got to be able to utilize the leverage, because you know what, like you don't make a lot of money spending your time filling out, certain documents and doing certain things like that. You can leverage things to somebody and pay them, to allow them to free up your time so that you can spend your time working on more important things, like being in front of clients and, going on and talking to people about listings and showings and doing all the things that produce revenue. Revenue producing activities is what you want to spend your time on. Maybe it's, like different things, marketing, stuff like that. You want to be able to spend your time figuring out, doing more of those things, activities to help scale your business in 2022, not take all your time away, from doing the things that you can have somebody else help you do. And if you're at that point where you're making, some decent money, you can afford to start to give some of it away to help you scale, right?
Yeah, pay somebody to put your signs in the ground. Pay somebody
100%.
to,
do lots
hopefully
of
you're
things.
using a photographer and not just taking iPhone pictures. But even if you are, pay a photographer, a reasonably priced photographer, to go there and get it done. A lot of times you don't even need to be there if the house is vacant. So you save time, you save gas money, you save travel, you save everything.
Yep, absolutely. So leveraging. The other way that, most real estate agents, if you kind of follow the path of leverage, you get to a point where you're like, hey, at some point I got to consider creating a team or something like that, because I'm running out of, money that I can make as a solo entrepreneur, as a solo realtor. Then you're like, okay, so you can do that. You can start a team. Maybe you want to start a team in 2022. Okay, that's a way to leverage your time. There's another way, like if you're at that point, some people become brokers, then they want to start a brokerage and stuff like that. And depending on what company you're with, a lot of brokers, you get franchises, and then you start building like that. You can do that as well. That's another way to leverage that a lot of people utilize. Me and Heather recently made a business decision, and we chose to leverage utilizing a company called eXp Realty. So we decided that, we wanted to build a team that we're able to literally pour in and help, agents grow and build a team and organization and earn rev share and earn stock equity and ownership and stuff. Yeah. So that's what the choice that we made, because, obviously we evaluated it and compared it to lots of other companies and businesses. And we felt like it was a good fit for us, because we love to, help people. And we felt like with that opportunity that we were utilizing, that we weren't, kind of over leveraging off of people, and that we're able to still get that that satisfaction from working with different people and helping them grow, and allowing EXP to give us stock and things like that provided the leverage. So
sure.
Yeah. So the point is, you have to decide at some point in your business how you want to start to operate and utilize leverage. Okay. So now, we just talked about a lot of stuff, and we're going into 2022. Now, I am excited and fired up. That's why I'm called Fired Up Phil, because I literally purpose to be grateful and to be excited and to not live without passion. Some people say, oh, well, how you're always like, no, I'm not, right? Heather knows I'm always not. but I am, because every day I recharge myself. I recharge myself in prayer. I recharge myself in getting in the right mindset, thinking about, how grateful I am for the opportunity as a real estate agent, and as a real estate agent with the opportunity that I have with EXP, and as a husband, and like, so when we operate in the state of gratitude, we're literally we're leveraging our energy in essence, right? And so in 2022, you've got to go into that year thinking about leverage, being grateful for the opportunities that you have, and obviously coming up with a plan of how you want to scale your business and get your business to the level that you would like it to be to reach the goals that you want to have. So
Yeah.
on that note, the best way to scale a business, honestly, like I was thinking about that, when you want to get somewhere that you haven't been, right? You're at point A, wherever point A is for you right now, wherever your present position is, and you want to get to, a higher level. The smartest way is to leverage wisdom, to leverage experience. Okay, this is another form of leverage. And so there's different ways to do that. You can hire a coach, a mentor, trainers, like to help you, right? So if you're stuck and you're trying to figure out, well, how do I get to this next level? Get around people that have done it, that have been there, right? That can show you and help you take your business to the next level, that have the experience and capacity to be able to do that. Now, yes, I've paid for coaching. I've paid tens of thousands and tens of thousands of dollars on coaching and different things. I'm constantly doing that, and that is one way to do it. Another way to do it is through what we are offering on our EXP Rockstar partnership. We have literally partners that have gone to every level that you could possibly want to go to. We have partners who have, no matter where you are, if you want to scale past, obviously, like some of you out there watching haven't cracked the six-figure code yet. We have a great program. Go to sixfigurepromise.com, and you can learn more about that. But if you haven't cracked the six-figure code, like maybe that's where you want to get to in 2022. You're like, I gotta get my business past this so that I can provide for my family. So that whatever your why is, and make sure you have a why. It's not just about the money. You'll never earn the money without the reason why you want to earn the money. That's just a little side note. But maybe you want to get past the seven-figure mark. Let's go in the middle. Maybe you're a solo, agent right now, and you're earning $200,000, $300,000, or a few $100,000 a year, and you're at that point where you're like, man, what's the next step for me? Do I want to build a team? Do I want to do this? Like, what do I want to do to leverage so that I can, make progress in 2022 and get to a higher level? Maybe you're already taking ass and you're on the way, going towards seven figures, and you're like, man, how do I really level up and turn it into a seven-figure business here? So we have partners in Rockstar Partnership that have already scaled their business well past seven figures and even into over eight figures. So that's why me and Heather decided we wanted to start this company, and we worked with the partners around us, and we said, hey, look, that's what's so amazing about what we offer here in our EXP Rockstar partnership is that it's one big fire. We have partners and team members that are literally helping us. And like, that's what's so great about the opportunity is that we have basically free mentorship, because we don't need the money to be paid for, right, by the agent. Right. We're compensated through EXP, which makes it fantastic. We're not over leveraging you. We're not taking any money from any agents. We're literally working with them, and we're building and helping mentor people. And that's why it was a good decision for us. That's one of the things that got me so excited about it, was that it gave us the opportunity to really help agents grow and stuff, and then to be around and partner with other people that could help us grow. And it just creates this momentum and this fire that is super exciting. So yeah. I don't know where you are in your real estate career or your real estate business, but I can tell you this. If you want to scale, you can do one of three things. You can do it all on your own. You can watch all the YouTube videos you want to watch. You can make all the mistakes you want to make. You can keep burning, the candle at both ends. You can keep doing, or whatever. That's one way to do it, and you can do it. You will make progress, right? You will make progress, taking your lumps and doing it on your own. Or, like I said, you can hire a coach, and that's cool. I've done that. That's totally awesome. If you want to take that route, hire a coach to help you, hire a mentor, get around somebody and pay them to show you how to level up and how to scale. Or number three, one of the best opportunities, of course, in my opinion, I would say, hey, reach out to us, DM us about our EXP Rockstar partnership, what we can offer you, how our partners and our mentors can help you scale your business to where you want to take it in 2022. We would look forward to jumping on a Zoom call, jumping on a phone call, having a meeting, and getting to know you better, understanding, what your goals are, what your ambitions are, where you want to go, helping you understand that it's not just about linear income. with what we do here is we always teach people how to create freedom, how to create some residual and passive income. And so that's one of the things that is really important and what we're trying to accomplish here with how we try to run this Rockstar partnership. So if you're interested in that, DM us, message us. We're going to sign off on that note.
Yeah.
And we're going to wish everybody, of course, a happy holiday, especially going into this week. We will not see you again this year. This year is completely dead.
It's over.
Do you want to wish them a happy new year?
Yeah.
Should we cheers to a happy new year?
Sure. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. We wish you the most exciting and prosperity-filled 2022 that obviously God can bring you. And we're going to sign off on that note. And we'll see you next year. Take care.